Hello everybody, this is Milagros from Binah Tarot, and I am going to be doing the tarot scopes for the 12 zodiac signs for the year of 2018. You can check your ascendant and your moon sign since it is just a general reading, and I am going to keep doing the monthly videos in regards to love. Let's begin. So I'm going to change a little bit the format I've been using for the yearly readings, and instead of doing the wheel of the year, that might have been a little bit heavy for some people to process, since it was so focused on each month and some of the months are quite far away from us. So I think that it's going to be most productive to just divide the year into halves and focus on the reading that way. So I'm going to be using the the Kingdom Within Tarot by Juno, Lucina and Shannon ThornFeather for the most general matters. And as I was mentioning, I'll be reviewing this deck because it's a very good deck if you want to mix astrological aspects with the tarot. Now, for the more financial and work-related matters, I'm going to be using the Coastal Lenormand by Melanie, which is another deck I'll be reviewing. For love matters, the Lover's Path Tarot by Kris Waldherr. As I was saying, for anything that regards love and relationships, and the Iris deck for advice and suggestions that will be handy during this year. Capricorn, this is your reading for 2018, and this is going to be the first half of the year, and this is going to be the second one. So we begin with financial matters and work matters. We begin with the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. This line speaks about stepping in your own power, feeling empowered, beginning the year feeling that you have a lot of plans in your mind in regards to work. You're a person who is always very focused, who is always very driven whenever it comes to work. You have a passion for what you do. Many people might see some of the careers or some of the interests that you have as something boring or traditional, or they might not feel as passionate as you feel about your work. You like to do a perfect work, you want to achieve perfect results, and you want to escalate, you want to have make a progress into your in regards to your work, inside your workplace actually. This time speaks about a moment, because the card I have in the center is the Eight of Pentacles, which speaks about hard work, speaks about being very busy. But I think that this is something that comes across for you quite often. You always try to dedicate a lot of time to work, a lot of effort. There is a project, something that has been created by you, whether it is a creative project, whether it is something that you have elaborated, something that you are in charge of, and this is going to be your focus of this first half of the year. So whether it is you beginning a new journey inside your own workplace, whether it is you beginning a new job or a new project, a creative project, or something that has been in a way created by you, that you have probably you are the one in charge of that, or you have been given that responsibility and you are feeling quite driven about it. You are going to dedicate a lot of time to do it, to perfect it, to make sure that every single detail is in place so that you can achieve the results about it. And this is not something you only feel to do because of responsibility. It has to do with love. It has to do with something that you are actually passionate about, something that actually makes you feel not only well about doing about receiving some sort of financial compensation, but this is something, and all in all for Capricorn, work has to do with well-being as well. It makes you feel productive, it makes you feel proactive as well, it makes you feel focused, and it is the place or the situation where you go back to whenever you feel to rest. Other people might go and they just can take a vacation or some days off, or maybe do something completely different, but for you the work is some sort of escape. Whenever you are working and whenever you are focused, you have the ability to put some other things in a second place. So it is a place that keeps you that keeps your emotional stability as well. But what we have against the situation is a Tower. So the Tower speaks about impulse. The Tower speaks about sudden changes on the circumstances. It speaks about readjustments that you might have to make or that you are going to be informed about. And this is a difficulty for a sign like Capricorn. You're fixed into the idea. Maybe you had the specific plan for the things to go in a specific way, and there are going to be some important changes in that. These changes, though the Tower is a very heavy card, I don't necessarily feel that are going to be negative to you, but you are going to feel that in some way they are disrupting what you have been creating, the harmony or the plans that you already had. And they are going to request from you to maybe restart the plans from the beginning, maybe try to organize the plans differently or the project differently. They are going to this time for you is going to ask for some important changes, and it's best that you adapt to them, or else you are going to have a difficult time when that comes up. Now, in regards to what I see in Lenormand, we have the snake, we have the mountain, we have the garden. The snake speaks about the complications we were talking about. It speaks about people in our environment, in our surroundings that might not be very fond of us. And these people might actually be or have to do with the complications or the changes that you are going to face. So beware of the people in your environment, in your direct work environment, because they can bring some sort of difficulties to you. They might bring some sort of, you can find that there have been misunderstandings, because the snake is mirroring the garden, and the garden speaks about community, about the workplace, about social stuff, such as it can be your direct environment as well. So try not to focus so much on this person. This person might have the power to complicate the things. They might have the power to twist some wheels, but they are not as powerful as you are whenever you are determined to achieve something. So just try not to use the Tower, not to get too upset. Try to not use that rage against you, because this person in your environment is somebody who might as well try to use it for her or for his own advantage. Just be very, very mindful of that. And the advice I can give you for this time is, if you have been working on this specific project in a specific way, maybe try to see if you can readjust some of the things, have a plan B in regards to the way you want to make it work. Because if you already have a plan B, when the changes are introduced, you're just going to be ready for them. Now, in regards to love matters, we have the Nine of Staves, the Two of Staves, Temptation, the Prince of Staves. So there is a lot of fire-like energy, not only in love, but in all regards during this month. You are going to be feeling energetic, but you are also maybe going to be feeling a bit too sensitive in regards to the energies. Like, you are going to be ready to react and to defend, or to, if somebody, or if you feel that somebody is attacking you, you might be too ready to answer back. So that is something that will be a challenge, and you will have to work in controlling it, because we have the Prince of Staves that speaks about somebody who has a big ego. And you're a proud person, you're proud of what you have achieved, you're proud of what you can provide in a relationship, you're proud because you know that you can provide stability, that you're somebody reliable and steady, but try not to be arrogant, try not to cross the line, try not to change or control every single situation, because you won't always have the control. And that is your lesson actually for this time of the year. You won't always have the control over how the things happened. Sometimes life will want the things to happen in a different way, so that they can challenge. In a way, life challenges your patience, it challenges your ability to adapt to new circumstances. So we begin the love with a feeling of trying maybe to be defensive. Maybe there is somebody in your surroundings that you like, that you feel attracted to, but you're too afraid to get involved with this person because of what you have been through in the past. This is what this card represents. It represents that there is attraction, that there is tension with this person. This is mirroring the Temptation card, which is the equivalent of the Devil. So it might be somebody that you might be having a hard time letting go, because you still have expectations, the Two of Staves. You might still have expectations in regards to this person. So if it is somebody from your past, then this person is going to still be in your life during this first half of the year. And it is something that you will have to decide. You will have to decide what do you want to do. You will have to decide if you are going to defeat or to fight that fear and actually try to transform this situation into positive, or if you are going to let the situation go because it might not be precisely healthy for you. If you are already in a relationship and maybe there is somebody else that you are feeling that there is an increasing interest about, then that might be a topic during this month. If you are in a relationship on the other side and maybe you are having fights, or you are feeling jealous, or maybe you are having, let's say, second thoughts about what the other person is, or where she or he is standing, if they are loyal or not, this might be another topic. Try not to be too jealous about the things if you are not sure that there is something else going on, because this is a card of jealousy. It's a card of possessiveness. You will try to again control the things during this month, and the best advice I can get from these cards is that you should try to let life in a way show you if you can rely in certain people. Let life show you if it is worth spending your time in that certain people, if that people is going to give to you the same that you are willing to give to them. But you cannot twist wheels, especially in love. You have to be patient, you have to be understanding, compassionate towards the other person, because there is also a possibility that the person wants to try as well, but that she or he doesn't like to work under pressure. Now, in regards to the advice, we have left out with the wolves. And this card is quite interesting. You might see it, we might see it as a negative card, but it is not precisely. It is actually talking to you about times in which you're going to be facing some sort of darkness. Not literal darkness, of course, but a situation in which you feel that you no longer have all the information or all the control. And it actually tells you that your courage can work through the most terrifying of obstacles. You have been left in a place in which you will have to find new resources. You will have to get creative in order to provide some solutions. And you will have to learn. Actually, this card is suggesting you practically to learn from that people. I mean, sometimes because of your ethics, you do not want to resort to some things that other people might be using around you. And this card actually tells you that you have to be a little bit more crafty. You have to be a little bit more strategic on your way of acting. It doesn't mean that you have to lack ethics. It doesn't mean that you have to be or to do something incorrect or to step in other people in order to get where you want. But it also tells you to learn. Like we say, life is a jungle, and sometimes you have to learn the rules of the jungle so that you can survive. Overcoming your fears, overcoming any difficulty during this time will bring very good rewards for your future. For the second half of the year, we have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands, it's next to the Six of Swords and to the Four of Pentacles. So the Page of Wands speaks about something new, a new creative project. So after the things have been reshuffled in a way during the first half of the year, during this second half, you are going to come up with a new idea, with a new project, with a new initiative, with a new energy in a way, because the page is something new. It's something new being offered to you, or you offering something new. And you are going to decide to take this idea, to take this initiative in the stage where it is, before it becomes something, while it is still a seed, and to take it with you, to take it along with you, to bring yourself acquisition, to bring yourself financial stability of some sort, or financial gain of some sort. This can also mean that you are going to decide to take a step aside from your work, because the Six of Swords can mean that you are going to choose going a different way, a different direction, or that the decision that you are taking or that you will be taking will be based in thinking about your finances. There is some changes regarding finances this month. Things are going to, I know they have been a little bit complicated during the first months, and it doesn't mean that you are going to lack money, because you always know how to manage your resources, but it means probably that you are not going to have exactly what you were expecting to have. And this is something that will change towards the second half of the year, towards the end of the year actually. You are going to be getting rewards, but again, you will have to exercise your public relations, your public relation abilities, actually, the way you relate to people. You will have to clear from your life people that is not being helpful to you. But again, all of that by being diplomatic, all of that by being kind. Maybe your work has to do with speaking to people and you are confused if you want to keep doing this work or not. And there is a chance that you will be unsure, insecure about what decision to take. But eventually you're going to stick to whatever you decide. And that is something that will bring you, again, stability, again, some bonus, again, a raise. Maybe all this challenge that you're going through, it is to get a raise or to get some sort of promotion, or maybe a better work position, or maybe a better position within your studies, maybe a different field that you're changing. And that is going to be beneficial for you, but you are going to see it right after you make the decision and you stick to it. That is what the cards are trying to say. The reward, that is the Four of Pentacles with the bouquet, they are something that will come after this transition you're going through. Now what goes against is the Hierophant, and it speaks about hierarchy. It speaks about a boss, probably. It speaks about the company itself, that it's going to be what is going against you. So don't try to fight against the system, because the system is always there. It has always been there, and if you try to go against it, you're just going to make your life more complicated. This card asks you to do whatever you have to do within that system. It might be that the company is not very flexible in regards to what you're asking. You might have the best interest of the company in mind, but they might have very specific rules or very specific people who is behind these rules. And there are some things that you cannot really change, but to adjust to them, to be intelligent, to be smart about how can you still adjust to them within your own terms. In regards to love, we have the Prince of Cups, the Eight of Cups, we have the Wisdom card reversed, and the Nine of Cups. I normally do not read reversals, but when a card is or falls into place reversed like this one, I keep it this way, and especially in this case I think it makes a lot of sense, rather than if it would be straight. We have the Prince of Cups, which is somebody who is, again, after a period of struggle in regards to emotions. It's a person that is, again, willing to offer something. It's, again, willing to maybe find peace with this person, maybe give an offering, maybe accepting somebody in your life, maybe accepting somebody back in your life, or even forgiving somebody. And that is how this period begins, because you want to move on from the difficulties that you have been going through. So I don't see you really open. I don't see you very open to love during the first half of the year, as you are going to be during the second half. You will want to just move on from the pain. You will just want to move on from whatever has been impractical to you. This can also mean that you will want to move on from being romantic, or from this person, who can be a person from a water sign such as Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And you might want to move on from that because you don't like the mystery, you don't like the secrets, the secrecy that might be related to this person. The High Priestess or the Wisdom card speak about things that are hidden from us, things that we cannot really understand, things that are inside our own minds, or things that are inside the situation, but you cannot really see them clearly because the circumstances do not let you see them clearly, or the people do not want you to know them clearly. And this feels about reliving or revealing that mystery, seeing what is behind that veil. You do not want mysteries, you do not want secrets during this time. You're going to be moving away from whatever is not or has not been healthy for you. It is something that is going to come out quite strongly during the second half of the year. You will search for the truth, you will search for understanding, you will want to understand. You will want to stop being so much inside yourself, and you will try to focus your energy towards taking it outside, projecting it out, and taking it out. What is against is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is a card that has to do with being well or feeling well, but feeling well on your own. So this, one of the scenarios, the possible scenarios here, is that maybe you have been single for a long period of time, and you just got used to it, so it's difficult for you to accept somebody else in your life. If you're indulging into casual relationships or casual encounters, this might go against your plans to actually make a family and being taken seriously. If you want to be taken seriously, then you have to give or to show a serious, reliable image, or else it just complicates the things. Though, as I was saying, it can also mean that you seem just too comfortable with yourself being single that you don't really make the other person feel like they are needed in your life. And this person wants also to feel needed in your life. Anybody wants that, and you are not the only one looking for clarity. I think that the whole situation, even the other person might be looking for the same clarity, and it might be the time for you to open up and reveal the things that you hold so dear to you. Because they make you feel vulnerable. It is a time in which you might need to speak about your feelings and just let them out. In regards to the advice, we have ripe fruits, and this card is also a very, very good card. It says it's quite different than the first half of the year. I think the two halves are going to be very different one from the other. There is going to be a progress. You will see that you will encounter something that you will be thankful about. Right now, it is almost as if you have the golden touch, and whatever you touch transforms to gold if you want. This speaks about your ability, your capability to do and to make money, actually. You have the ability to take big responsibilities, and people actually rely on you. So this is something that goes in your favor. You're a person that can make or help a business. So this again tells you that although the last part or the first part of the year has been difficult for you, there are some things that you are going to learn from that, and they are just going to make you more aware, and you are going to feel more complete in regards to your knowledge and to what you can offer to your own financial life or to your business. So this is a very good card. Again, it speaks about blessings that you will receive by things that are being done by you. So these are not going to be just gifts that are coming from nowhere, but they come from your ability to make them happen. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, this is just a general reading, and if you want to book a private consultation with me, you can always do it through the link that I am going to leave down below of the video, in which you can have access to the different types of readings that I am offering. You can also have access to the Christmas promo reading. It is only $25 to speak about a specific topic, and you can have access to this through the link that I am going to leave down below. This is going to be active till the 31st of December. Besides that, I am really near from reaching the 10,000 subscribers, and I'm really thankful to you all for sharing, liking, subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be shooting a separate video in which I'm going to be explaining the guidelines to participate in the new contest that I am going to be launching when I reach the 10,000 subscribers. So you can subscribe to my channel, you can click on the alerts so that you can receive a notification when the new video is up. And besides that, thank you so very much for liking, for sharing, for the comments, and for all the support that you have shown me since I began shooting the videos. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, a very happy new year, and I see you next month in the tarot scopes for the month of January in regards to love. Goodbye. Thanks.